Good evening and welcome to the SRL Blaze Designs Cup Series race here at Charlotte. Today it is the first round of the Elite 8. For today's race, the Burnt Rubber Racing Warehouse 200 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway in Concord, North Carolina. The historic Charlotte Motor Speedway, the one that hosts both the oval and the very interesting roval, but this time we're going over racing like God intended NASCARs to do. So we got a field of about 20 cars here, and let's go to the fastest person in practice right now. Tyler Curley had a pretty good showing at Talladega, and the biggest theme coming into this round is heartbreak. Heartbreak for Van Drummond and James Thurston, who got knocked out of the playoffs, especially James Thurston, who got knocked out by inches over competitor Sean Rowe, and then Van Drummond getting wiped out in the last lap and getting knocked out by Joseph Lewis. You'll see it scrolling across your screen on the bottom throughout the race. Your playoff contenders right now in the Elite 8 for the SRL Blaze Designs Cup Series Championship is Sean Rowe versus Riley Marabello, Caleb McKinney versus Henry Kaloff, Cole Denton versus Joseph Lewis, and Sam Brochu versus Talladega winner Dominic Barbagallo. This round will consist of Charlotte, Pocono, and Bristol. Three very different tracks, a mile and a half, a very tricky triangle, and the last great coliseum at Bristol. And it's the best 2 out of 3 finishes there. So every race matters. And we've had some phenomenal racing at Watkins Glen and Talladega as a result of this format. And we've had some wild storylines like Joseph Lewis beating Van Drummond into the Elite 8. Let's see if we can look at Michael Deitch right here. Was knocked out in the wild card round, but he's still very passionate about driving here in the SRL Blaze Designs Cup Series, as we have only a couple cars on track right now, like the 095 of that is Alexander Balderas, and I don't think I had Trading Paints running. So let's get that up to speed so we can see a paint job on that 095. Knew I was forgetting something, and I was Trading Paints, so paints should be updated by the time the green flag drops. But I believe this is Balderas' first start here in the SRL Blaze Designs Cup Series. And what a time to do it. As now, it's not loading, but here's Riley Marabello, one of the drivers in the Elite 8 right now. Yeah, training paints decided to bug out for some reason. But we should have a very exciting 133 laps here. No fast repairs, 5 sets of tires, so more than enough tires so that until very deep into the race, tire strategy won't really mean too much. And Charlotte is a track that loves to eat up tires if you don't drive it right. Multiple different ways you could race this track here in North Carolina, and that's what makes it so much fun. And this doesn't get mentioned enough, but did you know that the third and fourth turn of Charlotte is a slightly smaller radius than turns 1 and 2? Just like the start finish line at Talladega being a little bit farther down the tri-oval, It's not said enough, but some people still don't know. But now that qualifying is over, let's go through your starting lineup in just one moment. Starting on pole is the number 24 of River Page. On his outside is SRL Blaze Design Cup Series Playoffs Elite 8 contender Sam Brochu in the number 98. James Bomar exited from the playoffs at Talladega, and he will start in row number 3 with Aaron Schugel on his outside. Last car in the top 5 is the number 96, James Thurston, lost his spot in the playoffs in heartbreaking fashion to Sean Rowe, but he's out here for vengeance with Riley Marabello in the 16 on his outside. Cole Denton and Sean Rowe, 2 playoff contenders, make up row number 4 in the 46 and 99 respectively. Nicholas Martinez Jr. and Daniel Rivera make up row number 5. First car outside the top 10 is the number 86 of Juan Escamilla, and front runner the number 43 of Jacob A. Wilkerson will start in the 12th position on the outside of row number 6. Connor Zola in the number 88 starts on the inside of row number 7 with Adam Contreras on his outside. On the inside of row number 8 is Caleb McKinney, and on his outside is the number 21 of Hayden Wilford. On the inside of row number 9 is Michael Deitch, and on the outside of row number 9 is playoff driver Joseph Lewis in the number 28. Starting on the inside of row number 10 is the 095 of Alexander Balderas. On his outside is series newcomer Tyler J. Curley. First driver outside the top 20 in qualifying is playoff driver Henry Califf in the number 63 with Shockey Tarpley on his outside. And rounding out the back part of the field is Riley Garcia in the number 40, and another playoff driver. Talladega winner Dominic Barbagallo picked up his first SRL Blaze Designs Cup Series win at Talladega in stunning fashion last week. And we haven't done this for a while. Let's look at the weather. Here at Charlotte, it's a nice 80 degrees outside. Winds blowing southeast at 3 miles per hour. Forecast is partly cloudy throughout the entire race, but we are going to be going into the night by the time this race ends, or at least we should be. So expect to see speeds increase with the cooler track, and maybe some racing lines form, depending on how the track heats up. But we are looking at River Page, who frankly comes out of nowhere to set a pole time here in the Schumacher Racing League, a very competitive league. So maybe he'll fly on by to shock the world and win in a rare outing for River Page. Pace car is off, waiting for the green flag to fly. Green flag is in the air. Whoa, a little bit of wheel spin from River Page. James Bomar dives to the inside line. 3 wide for the lead. Sam Brochu getting pushed by Aaron Schugel on the outside. Still 3 wide, entering turn 1. And Sam Brochu takes the lead, dives to the bottom. 3 wide for second place. As River Page gets shuffled to the back, River Page bounces off the wall in front of Aaron Schugel. Looks like no contact made just yet. Drivers jockeying for early positions as Sam Brochu tries to extend his lead as River Page tries to take it back. James Bomar on the inside. And now Aaron Schugel under heavy fire from James Thurston, coming with a vengeance through the quad oval. First lap complete. Give that lap lead to Sam Brochu in the number 98. As he starts to try and pull away the field, going 2-3 wide near the back. And let's see if we can get a better camera angle. There we go, a nice wider shot to show more of the field. And James Thurston and Aaron Schugel are side by side, locked in a dead heat. in these first 3 laps. As Thurston tries to claw his way through the field, Schugel seems to be running pretty good up top. And he'll have that run down the back straight along with help from the 20 of James Bomar. And Sean Rowe, the person who bested James Thurston in the playoffs, is riding right behind him right now. But still 2 by 2 as the field still jockeys for a position and trying to sort it out. Looks like James Bomar might make a move on River Page soon. Current fastest lap goes to the number 92 of Aldom Contreras, just slightly faster than race leader Sam Brochu. And race leader Sam Brochu coming up on Shockey Tarpley. I don't know what happened to Shockey Tarpley. I don't know if he started from the pits or something. But already on lap number 5, we have a lapped car. Causing a situation as Sam Brochu finally navigates his way past Shockey Tarpley. Hopefully didn't lose too much time. And now maybe Shockey Tarpley will try to learn something from Sam Brochu to go fast. I think River Page would have liked it a lot more if Shockey Tarpley held up Sam Brochu more than he did. But it looks like for Brochu, things are peachy keen right now as James Thurston jumps to the high side. Maybe trying to make something work on that outside lane. And just not able to get anything done just yet. Looks like we are mostly single file here throughout the field. Let's go back to 095 of Alexander Balderas in what I believe is his first start, battling with playoff driver Dominic Barbagallo. Dominic Barbagallo is currently, let's see who his opponent is right now, Sam Brochu. So Barbagallo, the race is young, but he has an uphill battle ahead of him as his opponent is race leader Sam Brochu. As now River Page and James Thurston catch up to Shockey Tarpley. And now have to find a way to get past him. River Page stuck on the outside. James Thurston running that outside real nicely. And James Bomar looking to the outside of River Page, trying to get a run down that front quad oval. Can't really get anything done right now. And Shockey Tarpley holding up James Thurston a little bit, running real high. And now James Bomar is going to get boxed in a little bit by River Page and Shockey Tarpley. 3 wide almost. Shockey Tarpley wisely backs out of it on the high side and will let Bomar and Thurston go. But a battle for second place has begun because of that. Bomar versus Thurston. 2 heavyweights here in the Schumacher Racing League battling for second place, even if it won't have any playoff implication. There's pride on the line. And Thurston wins the battle right now, but who knows? He hasn't won the war, as that's Nicholas Martinez Jr. in the 48, making his way up into the top 5, doing good for the race sponsor, Burnt Rubber Racing Warehouse. And that number 48, as he tries to track down the number 24 of River Page. And Shockey Tarpley still very slowly letting people by, as Bomar has to pass Shockey Tarpley again. He can't get anything done, but near the front, James Thurston's getting real close and personal with Sam Brochu. And I know that James Thurston wants to win this race as a matter of pride and a matter of I should be in the playoffs after what happened at Talladega. Gets a run down the back straight, looks to the inside of Brochu. Looks like he just doesn't have the distance just yet. Brochu running a very sweeping line going from top to bottom and back to the top, covering any possible advance from that number 96 as there's a little bit of smoke, but no caution. So we remain green as a gripping battle for the top spot rages on, and the rest of the field tries to play catch up. James Thurston might have a good run entering turn 3. Can't get anything on Brochu just yet. Just isn't close enough. But he got a real good run out of the corner. Can he get anything into turn 1? Brochu blocks all the way to the grass. Brochu making his car as wide as possible to keep James Thurston behind him for these first 15 laps. But Thurston, the crossover, Thurston to the inside of the 98. 98 versus 96 move Thurston to the top spot as he levers his way on the bottom lane. Brochu unable to defend that aggressive move from the 96, and we have a new leader in James Thurston. But all of this battling has allowed River Page and Nicholas Martinez to catch up as River Page moves to the inside line underneath Sam Brochu. Maybe a little bit of side drafting action to keep both cars equal coming into turn 3. Ooh, maybe a little bit of contact between the 24 and 98, still side by side. As this battling is good for James Thurston, as he'll most likely start to pull away a little bit. Nicholas Martinez Jr. goes 3 wide all the way to the bottom, from the top to the bottom. Brochu's in the wall a little bit, but Martinez has to back out, and it looks like the beneficiary of that is going to be River Page. As he crowds Brochu up the track a little bit, moves him up a little bit, and he should be able to get him done, and he does. So River Page back into second place, but he wants that first place back, and he's going to be driving like hell to catch up to James Thurston. Another James has entered the mix. James Bomar has made his way back into the top 5, making a move on Nicholas Martinez Jr. Martinez with a little bit of a block, and now River Page trying to set something up on the 96. As 17 laps have already gone by in a flash, coming to 18 laps passed by. And you can still see Shockey Tarpley hanging on in the front back. He has pace to be with the front back. He's just not in a good position to be there, as Nicholas Martinez Jr. running a little high in the corner, maybe trying to get a run mounted off the corner. Can't get anything done. He went on the turf a little bit, all the way on the turf. Whoa. The 48 trying to recreate Dale Earnhardt's pass in the grass. I don't know what he was doing with that, but giving a show for the fans, I see. Not doing anything for him on the timing board, as I think Sean Rowe might have had a little bit of contact with someone. That might have been Marabello. But River Page is all over the back end of James Thurston, looking for a way to get around him. Can't find anything just yet. Gonna try to run a little bit higher to get a run down that long back straight. And maybe some help from Sam Brochu will be the key that's required to get past that number 96. But Brochu seems really fast on that inside line with help from Wilkerson. Wilkerson has moved his way up from, I believe, 12th up to 4th place right now, as Brochu doing everything he can to maybe rough up the 24 a little bit. I don't know if contact was made, but that slowed them down a lot. The gap between the 24 and the 96 widened a lot after what happened between the 24 and the 98. And now Jacob Wilkerson looking to try something on the inside of Sam Brochu, but Brochu's going to have to run off the corner. A 3-car battle for 3rd place between Brochu, Bomar, and Wilkerson, as Martinez tries to insert himself into the picture with help from Aaron Schugel. But now Wilkerson on the inside of Sam Brochu into turn 3. Will he be able to make it stick? The 98 has a lot of speed to the center of the corner, but maybe a little bit of contact between the 43 and 98. He keeps it straight. Good car control by the 43. And he will assume third place into turn 1. As we have a really tight battle between Martinez and Schugel. These drivers dooring each other down the back straight. Obviously not too happy with each other as Sean Rowe tries to make an aggressive move. Riley Marabello all the way up on the top lane, has to back out of it. We got Pack racing for about 5th place right here as Bomar tries to get past Martinez. And Marabello's not helping Martinez at all by trying to run a 3rd lane all the way up top. 3 wide. Maybe a little bit of door contact between the 16 and the 92, but they keep it all straight. Still 3 wide. But I think Schugel backed out. And now Schugel slides back a little bit as Marabello tries to make a move on the number 20 of James Bomar, getting help from Adam Contreras, the number 92. Marabello seems to be running that high side pretty doggone well, but that just sometimes the advantage that the inside has is just a little bit too much to overpower. As now Bomar moves to the top spot, and Adam Contreras slides high. Looks like he was undecided, but now he's forced to be up high now that Aaron Schugel dives to the inside. This is a battle for 6th place, and it looks like a battle that Marabello isn't going to win over James Bomar, as that run off the back corner was just off the second corner was just too much. Now Adam Contreras looks to the inside of James Bomar, looking to get something done. Schugel bounces off the wall a little bit, but doesn't hit anybody. Now let's go up to your leaders as River Page and Jacob Wilkerson have started to catch on to James Thurston. Within 0.2 of a second separates the 96 and the 24, and the 43 is in prime lurking distance. The 24 gets really good runs off of turn 4 is what I'm seeing, and maybe if he can get a little closer and he can get another one of those runs, he can set something up. But now that the tires are starting to wear here at Charlotte, it's going to be real tough to make it past without shredding those tires. As the field starts to single out a little bit, as River Page running all the way up top, running the Larson line at Charlotte, might not be the most beneficial, as he didn't really gain anything on Jacob Wilkerson, and very incremental gains on the number 96. But we still got over 100 laps left here. And River Page all over the backside of James Thurston. But the question is, when will River Page make a move, or will he make a move? Looks like Thurston's really good on corner entry, but River Page closes up any gap made on exit. Yeah, Thurston's able to just sail it into the corners better than River Page, but River Page is better at making the car stick and getting a good run out of the corner. This might be the time where he makes a move. Decides not to. Surprisingly, I thought that he might have had the run that he was looking for to get to the inside of the 96. But nothing has gotten past the 96 just yet. And let's go back to the battle for about 10th spot as Juan Escamilla has made his way into the top 10. Sam Brochu's in the wall a little bit. As moving back to the battle for the lead for a second, River Page was side by side with James Thurston, but I think James Thurston got a better drive off the corner. So these three drivers, they're not in the playoffs, and all they're doing for is racing for pride. As we have a battle for, I believe that is 4th position in the back, as that seems to have died down, and River Page still looking to make some magic happen on the number 96, but James Thurston is so good at defensive driving. 24 is going to need either a mistake from the 96 or a lot of help from that 43 to get past James Thurston. As now you can see multiple different lines being put into place. That's Aaron Schugel, the car in 5th. He was running about a middle lane while cars behind him are running all the way up top. As now Jacob Wilkerson might be looking to the outside of River Page, but Thurston got tight. He had to get out of the gas a lot exiting the corner, and now River Page is your leader. So maybe the tires are starting to give up on that 96. It looks like he got really tight and had to slow down a lot to avoid slamming that outside wall, and that allowed River Page to cruise on by. But now the question is, how will Wilkerson respond to this? I'd imagine that since he wasn't really trying any moves on River Page, he's just been biding his time. Waiting for the tire fall off to happen. As for seventh place, Juan Escamilla is battling 6th place, Adam Contreras, as Sam Brochu goes around. Sam Brochu back on the track. Whew. I don't see any damage on the number 98, but that is our first caution of the race, and we'll need to get a replay for that, so please stand by for just one moment. Looking at Sam Brochu, the number 98, battling with James Bomar. Side by side between Bomar and Brochu, and I think Bomar might have slightly come up not knowing that he was that close to Brochu. And let's see if Brochu hits the wall. Remember, there are no fast repairs. Oh man, that's about as close as you can get to hitting the wall without actually hitting it. And then he locks it up, and the banking is able to catch him. And he does not slide in front of traffic, thankfully. Connor Zola almost hitting Sam Brochu, but he doesn't. Let's see if we can get a nose cam. Let's see if we can get a nose cam on Sam Brochu. Let me see real quick in just a second. Okay. So this is on board with Sam Brochu. Gets turned. Yeah, that's about as close as you can get without hitting the wall. So Sam Brochu might need to buy himself a lottery ticket. And he has a mostly undamaged car, maybe a little bit of quarter panel damage. But first caution of the night here at Charlotte comes on lap number 35, I believe. As I believe it was right before pit stops were about to happen anyways. So this was basically just a caution for a pit stop. But your leader is going to be a River Page. Excuse me. Is going to be a River Page. And the rest of the field is going to be on fresh tires alongside River Page. Your top 5 on this restart is going to be River Page, Jacob Wilkerson, Nicholas Martinez Jr., Aaron Schugel, and Adam Contreras. So it looks like the pace car lights are still on, so we still got about 2 laps of pacing here. Let's go back to the 95 of Alexander Balderas in the McDonald's car. Not doing too bad for his first appearance here in the SRL Boys Designs Cup Series. Keeping above midfield since there are 24 cars, so he's above the halfway point. He's in 11th, with Connor Zola splitting the field in 2, and 12th right behind him, number 88. And Caleb McKinney is in this race. He's in the playoffs. He's in the Elite 8. So he's still very much a contender. His opponent is Henry Kaloff in the 63. And Kaloff was the last person to pit, so he's all the way back in the 19th position. James Thurston's is all the way back there as well, so maybe he wonder what caused him to go down to be the last out of pit lane. Maybe he had some damage or something that he just wanted fixed. But the pace car lights are off. And let's get a better... And it looks like River Page is going to be choosing that inside line. Looks like he's more comfortable on the inside line. And Jacob Wilkerson is on his outside. Wilkerson's very skilled at taking the lead and retaining the lead. He just needs to finally take it home, and he'll be golden. But we still got, let's see how many laps to go. Now we're under 100. I can put it to laps to go, right? We got 95 laps to go here. Field coming through turn number 4. Pace car is in. I think Wilkerson might have lagged out. Green flag is in the air. River Page with a good start. I think Wilkerson might have lagged out. I checked the messages for a second to see what happened, and yeah, Wilkerson, just another stroke of bad luck for Wilkerson if he can't reconnect. But now that's Aaron Schugel in second place, looking to make a move on River Page to lead his first laps of the season, since I believe that he hasn't led laps this season so far, but he's under attack from Nicholas Martinez Jr. powering to him on the bottom lane, and whoa, almost cuts across his nose. Martinez not too happy with the way that Schugel's been racing him, gives him a little bit of a bump out in the corner, moves him up the track. I don't think Schugel is going to be too happy with Martinez, but this is exactly what River Page wants to see. He wants to see the two drivers behind him bicker with each other and tread their tires, as Riley Marabello does not want to see this in front of him. As a playoff driver, he cannot afford to get into any accidents. But the front half of the field is starting to single file racing as Aaron Schugel slides back to third place, and now Nicholas Martinez Jr. has to start working on the number 24 of River Page if he wants to lead. As James Thurston has set the fastest lap with a 29.690. But Nicholas Martinez Jr. is closing the gap on the number 24 of River Page. He's getting good runs down the back straight with the help from Aaron Schugel as Riley Marabello taps the wall a little bit. That's going to sacrifice some speed. And Martinez running a middle lane. Looks like he gets a little bit more corner speed through the center. And he might have a good run coming on River Page. River Page blocks all the way to the bottom. The crossover blocked again. The double crossover contact between the 24 and the 48. Aaron Schugel comes to the inside of the 48. River Page has to get off the gas and drop back. And now Aaron Schugel has led a lap in the SRL Blaze Designs Cup Series with help from Riley Marabello. As an aggressive move from the 48 into the 24. Sends both of them back, and now Aaron Schugel is leading laps here in the SRL Blaze Designs Cup Series. Riley Marabello on the inside of Nicholas Martinez as they are holding each other up, trying to get to the 91. Still battling. Advantage to Martinez right now. But Riley Marabello does not give up very easily, as they're still side by side. Marabello needs a little bit of help from the person behind him in Juan Escamilla to keep alongside the 48. Can't get that help, and now he'll have to battle with River Page as Nicholas Martinez Jr. has cleared himself from the 16 and will now try to work on chasing down the number 91. James Thurston stuck behind Juan Escamilla, as Thurston has been clawing his way through the field. That's the 95 of Balderas going all the way to the apron. I don't know what happened there. Maybe got a little loose off the corner. But side-by-side racing for third place. Advantage to River Page right now, but Riley Marabello is not giving up on that inside line. Able to close the distance between the 16 and the 24 before they enter turn 1. There's some outstanding racing as Escamilla and Contreras might be having a little bit of door tag with each other. But Marabello into River Page. Save it, River Page. Good save. What a save by the 24. Oh, I was mistaken. And River Page goes around. We'll have to get a replay on that, as that was just the product of hard, overambitious racing. So let's get a replay on what happened with the number 24. Looking at River Page battling alongside Riley Marabello, as it looks like, well, one looks like there was a little bit of net code between the 16 and the 24. The 24 saves it, almost, and what happened? That's Sam Brochu in the number 98. Oh, was not expecting the speed difference between the 98 and the 24. Gets into the quarter panel of the 24. And that's going to put a damper on his playoff hopes. That's also Cole Denton in the 46 getting into the back of Contreras, who basically got sandwiched in that incident. So 2 playoff drivers in this. And Contreras was not happy. Saying trash over the text radio, as Jacob A. Wilkerson has reconnected to the session. But how about Aaron Schugel leading laps here? Doing his sponsors pretty well. As that was some very aggressive racing for not even halfway through the race. Because keep in mind, there are 133 laps in this, and we are on what, lap 50 something? Yeah, lap 50. So maybe we can have an upset winner in Schugel if he can make his car wide enough And how about the number 88 of Connor Zola? He's made his way up into the top 5. So your top 5 is going to be Aaron Schugel, Nicholas Martinez Jr., Juan Escamilla, Connor Zola, and Riley Garcia. Riley Garcia, another surprising entrance in this top 5. As he has nothing against him, it's just, statistically speaking, he's been running mid-pack. So a very good showing for that number 40 car, as he has to be looking in his mirror, seeing people like Bomar, Thurston, and Marabella like a pack of hungry wolves behind him. But let's get a look at Sam Brochu. That's some front end damage to that car, to the front and the back of that car. We'll have to see how that affects him aerodynamically, because statistically speaking, all he has to do is be faster or just finish ahead of Dominic Barbagallo in the number 17. And I think Barbagallo has to be pretty happy knowing that his playoff opponent has just gotten in a wreck. Same with Joseph Lewis. Where's Joseph Lewis? Same with Joseph Lewis. He's been keeping a clean race near the back, as his opponent Cole Denton got in that accident as he was slowing down and got into the back end of Adam Contreras. But it looks like all of the damage got repaired on that 46, unlike on the 98. But the pace car lights are off, and it looks like Aaron Schugel is going to choose the inside line, with Nicholas Martinez Jr. electing to choose the outside line. Coming through turns 3 and 4. All eyes are on Aaron Schugel, as he leads the field to the third restart of the race. He's the control car on the inside line. Pace car is in, waiting for the green flag. Green flag is out. A little bit of a wheel spin from the number 91. Doesn't get that great of a start compared to Martinez, but he's able to be clear, entering turn 1 almost. But that's gonna give a good run down the back straight to the number 48. He's gonna pull side by side, entering turn 3. A little bit of door banging between the 91 and the 48. 91 runs the 48 up the track just a little bit. This might be the prime time for Juan Escamilla to make a charge, as Connor Zola is boxed in. James Bomar on the turf on the inside of Escamilla. What a move by James Bomar to get to the inside line. Uses the turf to his advantage, but he might have overcooked turn 1 a little bit. He shifted up the track, and he's still going to be side by side with Juan Escamilla, but he's going to be on the preferred lane, the inside line, as Nicholas Martinez Jr. is clear of Aaron Schugel and now drops to the inside lane to cut it off. But here comes Juan Escamilla in the number 86 on the outside line. Maybe gets into the wall a little bit of door tag with a 91, but all is fair in love and war. As I don't know what happened. I saw Juan Escamilla blink for a second, and the caution came out. So good timing for Juan Escamilla for that to happen. Let's get a replay. So we're looking at Shockey Tarpley in the number 25, that middle car, that pink and yellow car, 3 wide with Alexander Balderas and Riley Garcia. Looks like Balderas comes up the track a little bit, maybe a little bit of net code between the 95 and the 25, and that pushes the 25 across the nose of the number 40. And Shockey Tarpley desperately trying to keep the car under wraps, gets into Michael Deitch a little bit, and Michael Deitch almost goes on 2 wheels. And Tarpley's in the wall. Deitch and Kaloff. We'll have to get a second view on Kaloff to see if he got involved in that. But Shockey Tarpley kept it straight. But we need to see about Henry Kaloff to see if he got involved in that. As Michael Deitch is sliding, so he might have come across the nose of Kaloff. So let's see if we can get another look. Sick. Looking at Henry Kaloff right now, this is his view. Looks like he just barely avoided Michael Deitch by cutting through the turf. Good avoidance by Henry Kaloff to not get a big amount of damage for the speed he was going. So let me get this off your screen, and let's go to our current leader, Nicholas Martinez Jr. So a very quick caution coming out on lap number, I believe, 55. As your top 5 right now will be Nicholas Martinez Jr., James Belmar, James Thurston, Connor Zola, and Riley Marabello. Pace car lights are still on, so we still have about 2 laps to green. Good showing for Connor Zola. He got up to the top 5, and he's stayed there through these restarts. As something happened to Aaron Schugel, he might have pit to get away from the craziness that was going on up front, as he's dropped all the way back to 15th. But let's get an update on your playoff drivers. Sean Rowe is in 20th position. I think he's topping off on fuel right now. Riley Marabello, his opponent, is in 5th. So currently winning that battle is Riley Marabello. Caleb McKinney is in 9th right now, with his opponent, Henry Kaloff, right behind him in 10th. That might be a battle we'll have to watch unfold throughout this race. Let's see. Cole Denton is here in 12th with his opponent, Joseph Lewis, right in front of him in 11th. And Sam Brochu is back in 18th place with his opponent, Dominic Barbagallo, all the way up in 6th place. So while Barbagallo's not out of the woods just yet, he has to be feeling pretty good about his circumstances. But Sam Brochu is known for clawing his way through fields like they were made of hot butter. So it is very possible for Sam Brochu to rip through the field and overtake Dominic Barbagallo. But all eyes are going to be on the number 48 of Nicholas Martinez Jr., as he elects to choose the inside lane for this restart. And he's going to have James Bomar on his outside. Helping Martinez is going to be the 96 of James Thurston, and helping Bomar is going to be the 88 of Connor Zola. And look who's third on that outside line, the 095 of Alexander Balderas. He's making a good impression, along with Tyler J. Curley, that fourth car on the outside line, that pink Dollar Tree car, that number 43, you see it right on the edge of the shot right here. But pace car lights are off. And pace car is in, getting ready to go green. Green flag is in the air. Martinez with a little bit of a bump from Thurston. About an equal start between Bomar and Martinez. Bomar pulling even, entering turn 1. Connor Zola looking up high. Nowhere to go for Zola. But Martinez is going to have the advantage through the middle of the corner, and he's going to clear James Bomar. Now Thurston boxes Bomar, and nowhere for Bomar to go without making contact. And now Bomar is going to be running all the way up top, trying to get a run on the outside of the 48. To the outside goes the 20, and he hits the wall, almost gets into Martinez. Big hit to the wall from the number 20. As Thurston takes advantage of the speed lost from Bomar and moves to his inside. Riley Marabello moves to the inside of James Bomar as well, but can't get it done. Connor Zola slides back into the 5th position, but he's going to be under attack from Balderas and Barbara Galasoon, as that's almost 3 wide for 6th place in the back. But James Thurston moves to the outside of Martinez. Martinez, I don't know if he pushed him into the wall or what, but Thurston gets into the wall. Bomar giving Thurston a little bit of a bump to get back to Martinez. As Marabello and Zola move to the top lane, trying to get something working up there. As Martinez gets into the wall, here comes Thurston on the inside line. Thurston gets past Martinez. Bomar gets past Martinez, and Marabello gets past Martinez. Martinez losing 3 spots in 1, but Marabello gets into Bomar. Good save by James Bomar, but that's going to slow up this big pack and clog it up even more as James Thurston pulls away a little bit. Now Martinez going to the inside of Marabello for the 3rd spot. Side by side, inches separating door to door as Marabello's going to have the advantage. But here comes Bomar making a 3-wide move. And Martinez drops back to make it 2 wide. Bomar on the inside line to the inside of Marabello as Balderas to the inside of Martinez. Side by side for 2nd place actually. As this is helping James Thurston pull away. But Bomar is all over the side of Riley Marabello. And Balderas has made his way into the top 5, getting past Martinez. Bomar might have a run down the back straight coming into turn 1, but at best he's going to be side by side. Balderas making it 3 wide in the middle. He's there. It's 3 wide for 3rd place, or 2nd place actually, as Balderas shoots through the middle. Bomar backs off, and Balderas moves up into the 2nd spot. What a move by the number 95 of Alexander Balderas to get into 2nd place. As now Bomar and Marabello do battle for 3rd. The final podium position rests in this battle as Marabello working that high side for all that he's got, as Tyler J. Curley almost slides into Nicholas Martinez, but nothing done. Marabello hits the wall, but he does not get into the 20. Now Marabello to the inside of Balderas and the number 95. Side by side for 2nd place, inches between the doors of each other as Martinez comes across Tyler J. Curley. I don't know what happened there, but that allows Cole Denton, playoff driver, to get into the top 5 as the back part of that pack is all wadded up. But for 2nd place, we have a battle between Marabello and Balderas side by side through the middle of turns 3 and 4. We got some great racing as Bomar shoots to the high side. He ditches Marabello and has a run on Marabello as Marabello backs off. Now it looks like more or less this top 5 is set, moving back to Adam Contreras, the number 92. He has Connor Zola looking to the outside of him as he tries to get past Tyler Curley as Martinez shoots to the bottom. Connor Zola all the way up top as Contreras lags out for a second. There's Contreras, blinks back into existence as now Connor Zola moves to his outside, and Connor Zola takes the spot. So now Connor Zola up into 7th place. But for 2nd place, it's James Bomar versus Alexander Balderas. Side by side for 2nd place once again between the 20 and the 95. Still side by side in turns 3 and 4. They are dead even. Beaumont might have pushed up the track just a little bit, but advantage to Balderas coming across the line here with 65 to go. Into turns 1 and 2, they are still door number to door number, as they can just not get free of one another. Cole Denton has made his way into the top 5 right behind Riley Marabello as Denton dives to the inside of Marabello. Marabello giving Denton plenty of room. Balderas giving Beaumont plenty of room for right now, as they are still side by side. James Thurston has gained about a half a tenth on Beaumont and Balderas, as these two are relentlessly battling each other. This is what we love about Charlotte. We love the multiple lines that it causes and the racing that it makes, as Tyler J. Curley makes his way into the top 5 on the inside of Riley Marabello. Marabello's tires might be giving it up pretty soon. He was racing them pretty hard, as the 20 and the 95 still can't get free of each other. Here comes Cole Denton looking to make an impact on this battle. Cole Denton pushing James Beaumont into turn 1. Slight advantage to Beaumont on entry, but now Cole Denton moves to the top. He hits the wall. He's going to lose all his momentum now. Tyler Curley has to make a move on Cole Denton for 4th place. Curley versus Denton. Curley might have clipped the apron a little bit, as they're still side by side for 2nd place. Beaumont not giving up, using every inch of the track to stay alongside the 95. The 95 just cannot get clear of James Beaumont, as they are battling for all that they're worth, with 62 laps to go here for 2nd place. But Balderas might have the run down the backstretch, and Beaumont slots in line. Now Tyler J. Curley's on the inside lane, getting help from Aaron Schugel, as Beaumont goes all the way up top, trying to get something off the corner, as Cole Denton and Tyler Curley do battle for the 4th position. Curley shoots to the inside of Cole Denton, running a little bit higher than all the way on the bottom. And he's going to have a run down the backstraight side draft, as the battle for 2nd place has reignited once again. James Beaumont clips the apron a little bit, gets a little tight, but so did the 95, and both the 20 and the 95 will have to back off quite considerably to avoid hitting the wall. So that battle is done for just right now, but the war has not been won. Aaron Schugel has made his way into the top 5, and there's Juan Escamilla on the back of the shot in 7th place, battling with Cole Denton on his outside. Aaron Schugel hungry to get back to the lead, trying to see what he can do to get past that bright pink Tyler J. Curley machine. The number 43 car, as he goes high, and Riley Marabello goes low. Aaron Schugel makes space on the top lane to the outside of Tyler J. Curley. For the 4th spot goes Aaron Schugel, but they're still side by side. But I think Schugel has the better tires running that outside line, and he will almost clear the 43. There goes Schugel to the inside wall. Caution is out. I think Curley might have thought he was clear of Aaron Schugel, and he just was not. But we'll get a slow-mo view of that wreck real soon. It looks like not a lot of damage to the side of the 91, so hopefully he'll be able to continue. But please stand by for just one moment as we get a replay on what happened. All right, looking at the 91 of Aaron Schugel. He's on the outside of Curley. Goes all the way out to the wall. Oh, Schugel hit the wall a little bit, and nowhere for Curley to really go. Curley professes apology, but, I mean, it was Schugel who hit the wall. But from what I see, not too much damage on that Ford Mustang, so if anything, it should only be a couple of seconds of very quickly repairable damage. For that number 91 team, and he has more than enough time to make his way back through the field. and contest for the lead once again. As Henry Califf leads a couple of laps under caution, but he's probably going to be the last car to pit. So he's going to get a little bit of a points bonus, you know, even though it won't really mean anything when his battles against the number 76 of Caleb McKinney, who's currently running in the 10th spot. But what about the 95 of Alexander Balderas? Had that amazing three-wide move for second place, as a little bit of miscommunication catching up to the pace car. He locks up the tires a little bit, but that was very impressive driving from the number 95. And maybe he can be a force for the win once the laps wind down, as my calculator is telling me we still got about 30 minutes of green flag racing action left, if we don't get any more cautions, since we just hit lap 78 out of 133. As I believe Jacob Wilkerson with the lucky dog. So one more caution, and that deficit caused by Jacob Wilkerson lagging out will be erased. But James Thurston is going to be your leader, and your top 5 is going to be James Thurston, James Bomar, Alexander Balderas, Juan Escamilla, and Cole Denton. And have a look at the number 28. Joseph Lewis has made his way up into the top 10. He's in 7th right now, but the person he's battling is 2 spots in front of him. Mr. Cole Denton and the final spot in the top 5. The highest of the playoff drivers at the moment, as Denton's in 5th, Ryan Marabello's in 6th, Lewis is in 7th, McKinney's in 9th, Barbagallo's in 10th, Sean Rose in 13th, and Sam Brochu and Henry Caloff are in 18th and 19th. Or Henry Caloff drops back to 20th, actually. My mistake. Interesting move for Henry Caloff to keep driving in the back. He's gonna have to finish ahead of his rival Caleb McKinney. Who's very strong here. But all eyes are on James Thurston, the number 96, running that high outside line. We got 55 laps to go here. That's about enough for a fuel cycle, so will we get another caution to completely negate any fuel strategy? We will have to see. Coming through turns 3 and 4, pace car lights are off, and the pace car is about to go in. Just waiting for the magic words from the flagman. Pace car is in. And now we wait for James Thurston to bring us back under green flag conditions. Green flag is out. Nice start by the 96. I think the 95 was sleeping a little bit and is about to get passed by Bomar. And Bomar clears the 95. So the 95, not a very good start, as they go mostly single file, entering turns 1 and 2 on a completely new, fresh set of tires as Brochu goes around in the back. Caution goes out. And, well, we got we got to see what happened. All I saw was a very sideways number 98. So hold on for just one moment. All right, looking at Sam Brochu. Right in front of him is the 43 of Tyler Curley. It looks like he gets a little loose in the corner. And looks like Sam Brochu was like avoiding him. Gets into the side of McKinney, or not McKinney, of Martinez. Gets really loose, and then right in front of Tyler Curley. So it's hard to say who really caused that, because you could classify that as an overcorrection or as like an overreaction from the 98, but also the 43 did clip the inside apron. But some damage to the back end of the 98. This Elite 8 has fallen to pieces for the number 98 right now, as he's probably not too happy. With how his luck is turning out. But most cars stay out. No point in pitting again when you just did it. And your top 5 for this restart's gonna be James Thurston, James Bomar, Alexander Balderas, Cole Denton, and Connor Zola. Connor Zola has made his way back into the top 5. So a very strong performance by that number 88 National Guard Chevrolet. But we'll have to see if he can maintain this pace. And who knows, maybe we'll even get an interview with him. Only time will tell. And with how zany this race has been, it's very possible that we could have him in the top 3. Pace car lights are still on, so we still got 2 laps to green. Not a whole lot to say. I mean, nothing really changed under caution. Henry Kaloff has made his way up into 18th from 20th. And Jacob Wilkerson, now that he's gotten all his damage repaired, he's gotten 4 lucky dogs in a row, and he is now back on the lead lap. So Wilkerson, very thankful for the slew of cautions, as he will bring himself back to the back end of the pack. Gonna slow down right behind Sam Brochu, who probably wants to see, he probably doesn't want to see Charlotte again after this race. Started off very promising and then kind of just went down the tubes, as he's all the way back in second to last of the running cars. And he just needs something to go his way, since he needs to catch his opponent, Dominic Barbagallo. But James Thurston this time chooses the outside lane, as Alexander Balderas chooses the inside lane. So Balderas is going to be on the first car of the inside lane. Once again, he's going to be helped by the number 88 of Connor Zola, and James Thurston is going to see a familiar face right behind him, the number 20 of James Bomar. And as you probably heard from the iRacing spotter, we still got one more lap to green flag race, and I don't know what caused that to happen. Maybe the field wasn't grouped up, but we still got one more lap under caution because one of the race admins needed to extend the caution flag period for one more lap. As you see in the all the way at the back of the shot for just a second, Sean Rowe has made his way into the top 10. A very, very quiet race for Sean Rowe. Been running in the middle of the pack for most of the race. Hasn't really done anything crazy. And his opponent is Riley Marabella, so he still needs to get a move on if he wants to take the lead in the playoff battles, since Riley Marabella is up in 6th place, 2 cars ahead of him. So this time, God willing, we will go green down the long back straight. I kind of miss it when Charlotte was really bumpy. Like the cars would have to run pretty high suspensions to overcome the bumps down the back straight, and it was fun seeing the cars bounce down the back straight, at least in real life. Sort of like how Auto Club is down the back straight a little bit. But anyways, James Thurston is now going to be leading the field to another restart. Pace car is in, waiting for the loud pedal from James Thurston. Green flag is out. Another bad start from the 95. This time even worse. Connor Zola goes around. And I don't know what happened to the 95. Hopefully Connor Zola didn't get too much damage from that. Let's get a replay real quick of what happened. And Connor Zola right now. James Thurston goes, and, well, there's not a lot he can do. James Thurston goes, and basically Alexander Balderas just doesn't. Let's see if we can get a view on what happened to Balderas. Looking at Balderas right now, and I don't know. I'm gonna be silent for this because I need you to hear it. So I'm gonna go silent for just a second, and I want you to be able to. I'm gonna turn up the volume on the stream a little bit. I want you to be able to hear it. Just the difference in timing between the 96 and the 95 of Balderas. And then back down. So yeah, that was a pretty interesting accident that occurred. Of course, unfortunate for Connor Zola, but I think he was just expecting. I think he was expecting Alexander Balderas to just go, and Balderas just went a lot later than anyone expected, and it just caused a big stack up on that inside line. But now, after that, your top 5 is going to be James Thurston, James Bomar, Cole Denton, Alexander Balderas, and Juan Escamilla has finally made his way up into the top 5. As I need to get rid of that. There we go. So this time by should be the 1 to green. Yep. Caution lights are now off on the pace car as Alexander Balderas moves to the first car on the inside line. No one opting to take the inside line ahead of him. And that is Aldon Contreras making his way to the second car on the inside lane. So good strategic move by Contreras to get up there. And Sean Rose still within the top 10, the number 99 in 9th spot, as he eyes Dominic Barber. He doesn't eye Dominic Barbagallo. He eyes. Sean Rose's competition. Riley Marabello is all the way back in 20th. Now I was thinking of Sam Virtue, as he's quite a distance behind that white and gold car of Dominic Barbagallo, but. Let's try to get another restart going. And this time, hopefully, it'll last longer than a couple laps. Pace car is in, waiting for the green flag to come out. Green flag is in the air, and just another bad start by Balderas. I don't know what's going on with the 95, but he just cannot get that car under power. Loses 4 positions easily. Sean Rowe pole vaulting all the way to the to 4th spot as James Bomar moves James Thurston all the way up the track side by side. They battle for the lead. Thurston going to be clear of Bomar entering turn 3, but here comes Cole Denton on the outside of James Bomar. As we finally get a lap under green, James Thurston will lead it, and now Cole Denton is tasked with holding off Bomar and simultaneously catching James Thurston. Dude, if he wants a shot at winning this, Cole Denton is slowly catching up to the 96 down the straights. But mostly single file for this top 5 as near the back of this shot, Aldon Contreras goes to the inside of Alexander Balderas. And looks like he's not able to have anything happen just at this moment. But James Bomar is certainly looking to go to the inside of Cole Denton. Isn't there just yet, but he might have the run coming off the corner to get to the inside of the 46 to get past him. Cole Denton leaving a lot of room for the 20, and he does. Side by side for second place. Here comes James Bomar on the inside lane with help from Juan Escamilla as they both try to chase down James Thurston, the number 96, side by side between the 46 and the 20 for second place. Cole Denton gets clear of the 20, but the 20 is going to fire back through the exit of the corner. But here comes Cole Denton. And you have got to be kidding me. My iRacing just crashed. I sincerely apologize. I don't know what caused that. But this is the year 2024, and we still have we have current generation games just crashing. It's not like I've had my memory usage like spike or anything, or something catastrophic happened. It's just I sincerely apologize for that. We were watching a very good race go down, and iRacing decided to just crash. So let's get this going real quick. I apologize. I sincerely apologize for this. I mean, I have 32 gigabytes of RAM. I have an i7 8086K running at 4 gigahertz. It's not overclocked or anything. I have a 3060 Ti, so it's not like my graphics card is crapping out on me. But it appears that we are under caution as we get back going here. I don't know exactly what happened. But Riley Marabello leads, and I think that there might have been an accident for the lead that wasn't covered because iRacing decided to crash. So whoever had an accident, you are spared from being shown on stream. Let me see. Files. Yeah, I'm sorry for showing the iRacing UI. I'm just flabbergasted on why that would happen. Currently going through while we're under car. I'm currently going through my system files to see what is causing this. Because as fans, you should not be seeing game crashes. And this is a completely me thing. Notice that this doesn't happen on other streams, so don't really know why it has to be like this. But hopefully it should. Okay, so it seems like the ticker and everything is working. So that's good. That's good. Properties. What is installed? Steam apps. Common. Okay. Weird. Okay, sorry about that. We are back. Ugh, excuse me. But your top five, as it's shaking out right now, is Riley Marabello, Connor Zola, Dominic Barbagallo, Riley Garcia, and James R. Bomar. Let's make sure we're live. So Riley Marabello is going to be the control car for this restart as we have 35 laps to go. Green flag is in the air, and Riley Garcia with a terrible start. Riley Garcia may have not gotten that car into gear, and he just held up the entire outside line. James Thurston, Alexander Bolderis, and everyone in that outside lane has to be pretty upset with him. But this allows Marabello to get to a big lead. Connor Zola in second place, and Dominic Barbagallo in third. We saw someone dive all the way to the bottom. I don't know if that will bring out a caution or not. But Connor Zola is in second place. This is a run of the season for him as Sean Rowe and Tyler Curley do battle for the 5th spot right now. Or for the 4th spot. No, the 5th spot. I'm mistaken. Sorry about that. I'm still trying to get my bearings after my game crash. But Sean Rowe all over the back end of Tyler Curley. And up front, Dominic Barbagallo is very quickly closing in on Connor Zola as we have 32 laps to go here. Barbagallo to the inside of Zola. Can't get anything done as Wilkerson and I believe that is Balderas are doing battle down the back straight for 9th position. So Wilkerson trying to get redemption after lagging out. But James Thurston now battling with his old foe, Sean Rowe, as he will be able to clear Sean Rowe for the 6th position. As we go back to Dominic Barbagallo still chasing Riley Marabello and Connor Zola. As Barbagallo moves to the bottom lane, well, Connor Zola has a really sweeping top-to-bottom approach, but Bomar moves to the inside of Barbagallo. To the inside goes that number 20 for the 3rd spot. Bomar flying past Barbagallo. Barbagallo not really putting too much of a fight as he slots in between Bomar and Tyler Curley. And now Bomar will have to work on Connor Zola moving to the inside. Connor Zola given plenty of room, it seems so far, as that 20 is bad fast compared to that 88. It seems like the 88 is a little bit damaged, but still, that 20 is on rails. Same with that 96. James Thurston to the outside of Tyler Curley. He's going to be boxed in, though, since he's going to have Connor Zola right in front of him and Dominic Barbagallo on his inside. But now Thurston going to the inside of Connor Zola for 3rd place as both Thurston and Bomar try to catch up with Riley Marabello. Here comes Bomar. Can't get there just yet. But now Barbagallo and Contreras do battle for, I believe that is 8th spot. But it looks like they get that sorted out relatively quickly. And now it's all going to be up to Riley Marabello. How well can he defend? Can he defend the lead from 2 very hungry cars right behind him? Bomar and Thurston know how to win. Bomar to the inside line. Big move from the 20. The 96 thought about going 3 wide for a second. Gonna hold in the middle for right now. As maybe a little bit of contact between the 20 and the 16. That's gonna slow up the 20 on the inside line. Side by side for 2nd place between James Bomar and James Thurston. Bomar slings it on the bottom. Here comes Tyler Curley in 4th place in the number 43. Where did he come from? A little bit more contact between the 96 and the 20. But the 96 gets past James Bomar. And now he'll have to work on Riley Marabello. Marabello running up top. Thurston running all the way on the bottom. Marabello going to try to get a run down the back straight, but Thurston's there. He's going to side draft with Marabello, keeping them side by side coming into turns 3 and 4. But who knows what wear this is putting on the 96's tires. As Marabello now under attack from James Bomar, a very fast James Bomar. As Bomar to the inside of Marabello, almost to the inside of Thurston, but Thurston cuts him off. And now Tyler Curley is going to try to thread the needle and follow Bomar through side by side with Marabello. Going to be a little bit of door tag between the 16 and the 43. The 43 trying to make a good impression, and he's doing it. Still side by side for 3rd place as Curley had to back off a little bit. But now Bomar to the inside of the 96. For the lead comes James Bomar in the number 20, side by side in turns 1 and 2. Bomar has to back off a little bit, and Thurston's going to have more speed through the center of the corner. So Thurston's going to be able to hold off James Bomar. As Riley Marabello moves to the outside. looking to get something working. Here comes Sean Rowe in the middle. Can he make it 3 wide? I don't think he's going to make that stick. He has to back off just a little bit. So Riley Marabello in a hornet's nest right now as he has his playoff opponent Sean Rowe on his inside, 3 wide for 3rd place. They are dooring each other as Curley moves up in front of Marabello. Big slide from Wilkerson. Wilkerson kept it straight. By God, I don't know how he did it, but now Marabello and Sean Rowe are doing battle for their playoff superiority as Marabello throws the block on Sean Rowe. Sean Rowe needs to get past Marabello if he wants to score a win. If he wants to score a win in the playoffs to put him ahead coming into Pocono next race. But I've said it a lot on streams, catching up to the driver is one thing, passing him is a whole other art. And Tyler J. Curley wants to make a move on James Bomar, but he's just not close enough, not yet. But he still has 21 laps to work with, possibly more depending on cautions. But all eyes are on the 2 leaders of Bomar and Thurston. Trying to see what they can do. I think Thurston might have used up his tires a little bit at a little bit quicker rate than Bomar might have. And here comes Tyler Curley coming to the back end of Bomar. Maybe going to give him a little bit of a shove through the corner. Or through the straight. I mean, not through the corner. That would just result in a wreck. Coming to less than 20 laps to go. Calculator telling me we still have 10 minutes of green flag racing left here at Charlotte. Right now, it looks like it's going to be a top 3 battle between Curley, Bomar, and Thurston as Curley moves to the inside of James Bomar. Side by side, inches between the 2 cars. But Bomar is going to hold it on the outside line. Going to get clear of the 43, but the 43 is not done yet. I thought almost a little bit of contact was made, but Curley backed off at the right spot. But this is what James Thurston wants to see. He's used up his tires a little bit more than the 20 and the 43, and he wants to see them 2 battling so that their tires will be used up more and they'll slow each other down. As mostly single file racing here. Curley running all the way up top as James Bomar trying his best to get a good run down the back straight, or not down the front straight. I mean, as he caught up to Bomar by about a 1/10 through the center of the corner, or not through the center of the corner, through the quad oval. I apologize. Definitely in Thurston's draft, as Thurston might have tried to break it a little bit. Bomar is flying through the corner. Look at the distance he gained on Thurston. I think Thurston had to check up a little bit. And now Bomar slinging it to the outside. 16 laps to go, side by side for the lead. Here for the Burn Rubber Warehouse 200 at Charlotte. Bomar has the run on the outside line, and he's going to clear James Thurston. Not yet, as Thurston makes a move, side drafting with the 20 to keep him alongside, entering turns 3 and 4. Bomar and Thurston, I think Thurston flipped the apron a little bit. Bomar's going to have a run off the corner, and they're going to be side by side, almost a dead even. Give the advantage to James Bomar coming across the stripe to 15 to go. Side by side still between the 96 and the 20. 96 running the 20 up the track a little bit, but still very clean racing between these 2 drivers. They know how to race around each other. Almost a dead heat. Thurston gets tight, and Bomar clears James Thurston. Thurston had to back out quite a lot to avoid hitting Bomar. And now this is James Bomar. The last thing he wants to see is a yellow flag come out. But knowing Charlotte, anything can happen. But James Thurston, I bet he has more than enough speed to catch up to the 20 once again. And I think Tyler Curley's hoping for these two drivers to get a little overambitious and make a mistake. 13 laps to go. James Thurston has gone to the back end of Bomar. As in the back of the shot, they are battling like crazy. I would show it if this wasn't a battle for the lead. Thurston running a higher lane, trying to mount speed off the corner through the quad oval. 12 laps to go. Less than 50 corners for James Bomar to hold on to a lead. And here comes Thurston to the inside line on the inside of James Bomar. Bomar's going to have to run off the corner, but Thurston's letting Bomar know that he is there. And he still remains on the inside of Bomar. Thurston to the inside and turns 3 and 4. He might have clipped the apron a little bit. Gets a little tight. Side by side, slight contact. No harm, no foul done. And Bomar still holds on to the lead. Squeezes Thurston a little bit, but Thurston's still there. To the inside goes Thurston. They swap the lead again. Thurston overcooks the corner just a little bit. Now Bomar to the inside. Thurston scrapes the wall. Side by side down the back straight. A dead heat into turn 3. Bomar on the inside line. Thurston has to back out a little bit, but Bomar, it's his turn to overcook the corner. Thurston with the crossover, side by side down the front straight. Here comes Tyler Curley taking advantage of this situation as we have 10 laps to go here at Charlotte. Thurston clips the apron a little bit, runs up the track, runs Bomar up the track just a little bit. Still neck and neck between these two drivers. They're giving it everything that they're got. Here comes Tyler Curley to help out James Bomar. And Bomar and Thurston still battling like it's the last lap. Less than 10 laps to go. They have not cleared each other yet as Curley's wondering what the heck can he do. Maybe a little bit of contact through the quad oval. 9 laps to go here. Thurston to the inside of Bomar. Bomar sticking it on the outside. He has the run through the corner. And he's going to have the speed down the back straight, but the side draft from Thurston is going to be immense, keeping him side by side. Coming into turns 3 and 4, Thurston to the inside. Not clear of Bomar. Not enough grip to get him clear, and Bomar's still going to hold it strong on the outside line. Tyler Curley is just watching this from afar, hoping that something will go wrong, and that's Jacob A. Wilkerson. He's come back from 4 laps down to be in this shot. He's in 4th place. He has enough time to catch up, but does he have the tires to make anything happen? Still side by side between the 96 and the 20. Thurston has a better drive through the center of the corner, but Bomar is still on his outside. Bomar gets the drive off the corner as they're virtually dead even across the stripe. I couldn't tell who had the lead right there. Side by side into turns 1 and 2. 7 laps to go between the 96 and the 20. Both these drivers not racing for playoffs, but they're racing for the pride. Side by side. What amazing racing we're having here at Charlotte. SRL putting on a good show like always. Still side by side. Out of turn number 4, a dead heat. Across the line goes Bomar and Thurston still side by side. Wilkerson has passed Curley. Wilkerson now trying to spoil the party, trying to spoil the race for both the 20 and the 96. These two have been driving each other like crazed dogs as we go to 5 laps to go here soon. Through turns 3 and 4, still neck and neck between the 96 and the 20. Wilkerson too close to call, but here comes Bomar. A little bit of contact on the turf goes Bomar. Thurston was clear for a split second, and then Bomar gave him a little tap. Wilkerson now looking to plot a move as Bomar takes the lead through the turf. But Bomar got tight on the exit of the corner. And now Thurston blocking for all that he can. Now Wilkerson to the inside of James Bomar. Side by side with the number 20. And James Thurston a little bit of time to breathe But what is his tires compared to that number 43 of Jacob Wilkerson, as Bomar concedes the spot to Wilkerson, and now Bomar has to fend off Tyler Curley. Wilkerson has to find a way to get around James Thurston in these next 3 laps. Less than 5 miles to go here at Charlotte for a great race that was unfolding. 3 laps to go. The gap is less than 2/10 between Jacob Wilkerson and James Thurston. Tyler Curley moves to the inside of James Bomar, but Bomar holding Curley off. It looks like it's gonna be a battle between Wilkerson and Thurston if Wilkerson can get to James Thurston. It's about equal through the corner, but Wilkerson has a good run coming off the corner. That gap is rapidly closing within 1/10 of a second, and the yellow flag comes out. No! Oh, no! That is the last thing I wanted. Well, now that my hopes and dreams are crushed, let's see the cause of the yellow flag. Stewards are saying that it's because of the 91 of Aaron Schugel, but we still have to see what it is for. Looking at Dominic Barbagallo in the number 17, battling with the 91 of Aaron Schugel on his outside. Schugel bounced off the wall, and Barbagallo's right next to him. Nothing that Barbagallo could really do. He was already tracking up the track and into the outside wall goes Barbagallo. That's a pretty hard lick at a pretty treacherous angle. That's the last thing that Barbagallo wants for his playoffs, as he has essentially no time to repair that car, as his opponent Sam Brochu has a fully repaired car despite his roller coaster of a race. So it looks like Thurston gets off the line first, and I think Wilkerson beats Bomar to the pit road stripe. So it looks like your top 5 is going to be James Thurston, Jacob A. Wilkerson, James Bomar, Tyler J. Curley, and Nicholas Martinez Jr. as River Page goes flying by for the lucky dog. Oh, man, I was so hoping for an intense finish, or an intense natural finish to this race. I think that Wilkerson could have made a move on James Thurston for the win on the last lap. And honestly, the battle that Thurston and Bomar had for the lead, that could have been an iRacing top 10 worthy battle, I think. Keeping it very clean with each other. But now we have 3 green, white, checkered attempts to go through. Basically, our lights are still on. So it looks like we have 2 laps to green for hopefully only 1 green, white, checkered finish. But I doubt if these green, white, checkered finishes, they breed cautions and cautions. So hopefully we can get to the white flag. And we're certainly going to have a hopefully interesting finish as River Page goes spearing by on the outside lane. But now it's going to be who can get the better start. As 1.5 miles, not a lot of real estate when you're going upwards of 170 miles an hour. And you can go 1.5 miles in less than 30 seconds. So now it is crunch time. It is clutch time. Let's see who chooses what line. James Thurston goes to the top line. James Bomar to the bottom lane. Jacob A. Wilkerson on the bottom. And Tyler Curley up top. Everyone on fresh tires. I'd say everyone in this top six has a shot at the win without a wreck happening. Nicholas Martinez Jr. and Adam Contreras are two people hungry for a win. An interesting metric is that nobody in the top five is in the playoffs. The first car in the playoffs is the number 46 of Cole Denton, running in 7th place. But your control car is going to be James Thurston, the number 96 car on the outside line. On his inside lane is going to be James Bomar, and Bomar needs the perfect start. Waiting for the green flag. Green, white, checkered, 1 out of 3. Good start by Bomar. Bomar overtakes James Thurston coming to the stripe. Hopefully that's not a black flag. Side by side for the lead between Thurston and Bomar. Tyler Curley did not get that good of a start. He does not have the help that he cannot help James Thurston like Jacob Wilkerson is helping James Bomar. Side by side for the lead. Where will Wilkerson go? Bomar to the bottom lane. He's going to clear himself from James Thurston. Now Thurston, it's his time to make a move. White flag in the air. Curley gets sideways. It's going to be a three-car race. Big wreck across the start finish line into turn 1. Huge accident. Oh my God, car's going upside down, but we can't look at that right now. James Thurston battling with Jacob Wilkerson. James Bomar is starting to sail away. And here comes Jacob Wilkerson on the inside of Thurston. A little bit of door tag between the two, but it's going to be James Bomar after a gritty race taking the win at Charlotte. Wow. As we saw Sean Rowe careen across the start finish line. Let's get a replay on what happened on that final restart. And would you look at that? Connor Zola has made his way up into the top 5. So he made it back into the top 5. Good for him, but let's get a replay of what happened. Coming to 1 to go. Looking at Tyler Curley, looks like he hits the wall and then gets a bump from Martinez. And he tries to keep it straight and just gets into Contreras, and then that just collects the entire field. I mean, yeesh. Cars piling into each other. Schugel goes for a wild ride. I think Schugel actually went up and over. Yeah, that car went for a ride. Multiple playoff cars in it. So let's go over your results in just a second. Let me open up the thingy results. All right, your race winner is James Bomar. In second place is the number 96 of James Thurston, arguably the best car in the field, comes up in second place. Jacob Wilkerson lagged out early on, overcomes a 4-lap deficit to finish third. Basically equal distance with James Thurston. Sean Rowe does his playoff bidding well with a strong fourth place finisher, with Connor Zola, his best finish of the season, in fifth. Henry Kaloff in sixth, with Michael Deitch in seventh. Good finish by Michael Deitch. Juan Escamilla makes it out into position number 8, and Riley Marabella makes it to ninth. Tyler J. Curley, after wrecking on the last lap, makes it to the final spot in the top 10. First car outside the top 10 is number 46 of Cole Denton. Dominic Barbagallo finishes in 12th. Adam Contreras in 13th. Nicholas Martinez Jr. in 14th. Sam Brochu, lackluster day after a strong start, finishes home 15th. Riley Garcia in 16th in the number 40. Alexander Balderas had a strong middle stint, and then something happened with his restarts, caused a bit, and he slid all the way to the back in the number 95. Joseph Lewis, not a good showing for him, in 18th. And Aaron Schugel had promise in the middle stages of the race, but he flips a bunch on the final lap and comes home the last car that did not fail to finish. First DNF is the number 76 of Caleb McKinney. And 20th and 21st is River Page. And 22nd is Shockey Tarpley. And the 25 with Daniel Rivera, Hayden Wilford, and Wyatt Roberts all out of the race. So, with that said and done, we will get to our interviews in just a moment. Let's go on standby for just a second. Okay, so let me get our winner into the booth. We have the 20 of James Bomar with an astounding win here at Charlotte. You got a copy, James?
I do.
So that was an incredible last, I'd say, 15 laps before that final caution. That battle with James Thurston. What happened between you two? You guys just could not get clear of each other.
I want to say it's because he was saving tires better than I was, but me being up top, I was burning tires, but he could not get the arc like he would need to. So I guess it just kept me up there. But the moment he got by me, it's like he was gone. I got bailed out by that restart.
So, and speaking of that restart, what was going through your head on that restart? What was your game plan for that for those last 2 laps? Since we all know that in SRL, the green and white checkers normally breed more green and white checkers.
I'm gonna be honest, I was expecting another green white checkered, but they started wrecking right when I hit the line, so it just didn't matter because I got across the line. So got the white flag, and then they started wrecking. It was just me, Thurston, Wilson, to the end right there. That last restart, that was very, very intense. Even it was a little moment, but it was intense because I was trying to time it as perfectly as I could on Thurston, and I timed it perfectly. But then I had Wilson pushing me, like he hit me right at whenever we're spinning tires, so it straightened my car out. So I got the best restart of my life right there, and got the win from it.
Yeah, and you got a hell of a restart, and that was a big part of what made you win. Well, before we let you go and let you celebrate a very statement victory, do you have any people or sponsors you want to thank?
Thank you. Thanks, Thurston, for racing me clean. That was really fun racing him. for the last 30, 40 laps. That was awesome. Thank you, PPR, for letting me be on the team. Thank you, EPI. Thank you, Jacob, for giving me the push. Thank you, Sean, for being a good teammate. Thank you, all my teammates out in the race. And that's about it.
All right, well, you heard the man, James Bomar, with a very nice victory here at Charlotte. We'll see you next week or whenever the next time you want to show up.
That'll be next week.
All right. Well, we'll see you at Pocono.
Yes, sir.
All right, and let me go to our second place finisher here in James Thurston. Let me get him into the booth real quick. Second place is James Thurston. Seems like you're in second a lot when you don't win. A lot of times you finish second. You got a copy?
Yep.
So what was going through your mind those last 30, 40 laps, that battle with James Bomar? What made it so that you two could not get away from each other? Because you guys were side by side for a solid 20 laps.
Yeah, it just the car just drove really weird, and I didn't really like it that much. But I was still up front, and yeah, I had fun. I felt like we were gonna win that race pretty easily. Had it just stayed green, we cleared them good. Then with 2 to go, Barb somehow crashed on the front stretch, and they threw a caution for it. And then the preceding restart, I got the lead on 2 tires, new second like I did the whole night, and the car just didn't have any pickup at all. And Bomar got a much better start than I did, and just kind of pulled away. It just had no grip on those 2 tires for some reason, and he was just able to clear me and take it. But yeah, just glad to, finish. I mean, even if it's not a win, second is a good finish, good for points. We led a lot of laps, and yeah, I think Bomar got eliminated last week too, didn't he? Kind of funny how that works.
Yes, he did. He got eliminated from Talladega because he did not show up. But that brings another good question. Were you were super fast? I said midway through the stream that maybe part of this huge burst of speed from you was kind of being heartbroken at Talladega. I mean, you lost out on the next round to Sean Rowe by a nose. Was that a driving force in how fast you were this week?
Not really. I just race for wins. I think I've said it before. We've seen it all throughout the season. I don't even know how many wins I have in this league, but I know it's more than Sean Rowe has.
That's most likely true. If I pulled up a stat page right now, you'd probably be on the money. Well, that's James Thurston in second place. Before we let you go, do you have any people or sponsors you want to thank?
Yep, thanks to Power Smash Infinity Speed Motorsports for the fast race car. I just wish it could have been a little bit quicker there. Driver should have been a little bit better, but I was kind of distracted, you might say. But yeah, just thanks to Power Smash Infinity Speed Motorsports, IORA League. You also broadcast, really fun league over there, and yeah, just yeah, thanks for broadcasting.
Well, you heard it from the man himself. That is James Thurston, the number 96, coming home in a very solid second place. We'll see you next race.
Thank you.
All right, and probably the most interesting story of this podium is this number 43 of Jacob Wilkerson. Let's see if we can get him into the booth. So, Jacob Wilkerson coming home in third place, overcoming a 4-lap deficit after lagging out. You got a copy? Jacob Wilkerson, we got a copy? Let's see if I can see if I can get him talking. I don't know if he's shy.
I hear you.
Oh, okay, there we go. So you overcame a 4-lap deficit. What happened midway through? Did you just lag out?
Oh, yeah, I did. I went 11 laps down, and it took two yellows to get all those laps back. And from there on out, I I saved some of my tire sets just to get the laps back, and in the process of it, there was one car that didn't clear the high side while I was getting my laps back, so I got nose damage that I had to fix. So we fixed all of that, and then we took tires and just drove from the back, drove through the field, and just been patient the rest of the race. And I think before the final run, I took 2 tires to gain some spots, and then on that final run, I just drove the absolute heart out of myself, and just I didn't even save a single bit of tire that final run. I was pushing it to the limit, and then a late race yellow came out, took 2 tires again, and we were able to get P3, almost P2, but it was a fun race though.
A lot of times during these races, you've been up front, and then general misfortune causes you to fall towards the back. Does it finally feel good to have a good finish this season?
Yeah, it definitely does. I believe my best finish was second, which was at Texas not too long ago. But still yet to get a win this season, and an Indy league, of course. But yeah.
I'd say all you need is that luck to turn around, and you'll soon be a winner. Well, that's Jacob Wilkerson, the number 43. Before we let you go to celebrate your third place finish, do you have any people or sponsors you want to thank?
Appreciate everybody at home watching. Thanks to Todriff for letting me race for PBR. Appreciate my partners, Race CPI and Brent Road Racing Warehouse. All of my teammates, and you for broadcasting, Shuey for putting the league together, and yeah, fun race.
All right, well, you heard it from the number 43 of Jacob Wilkerson, overcoming a big deficit to come home in third place. We'll see you next time, driver.
Thank you.
Okay, with that said and done, I can now get that off. I can now get that off the screen. And this concludes the broadcast for the SRL Blaze Designs Cup Series Burnt Rubber Racing Warehouse 200 here at Charlotte. Of course, tickers, big thanks to SKS Graphics. If you need ticker help, go to SKS Graphics. That's a nice group of people over there. Thank you for watching. And what I have to say,